All right, hello, fellows, ladies. I am doing my first Emmy prediction video. Full disclosure before I go on, I'm only doing the comedy and drama categories because I tried to decipher limited, but there's too much I don't know right now. I haven't seen the majority of the limited shows. Um, I don't know what's going on with the first lady or like the placements there. So for the time being, I'm actually just gonna say no. I'm not going to do the limited categories, but nonetheless, these are my predictions for the comedy and drama categories. I'm going to start with comedy series. Number one is Ted Lasso. Not much to be said there. It's been seen. It's, obviously it's acclaimed. Everybody loves it. I don't really see much reason not to predict it. It could win again. Number two is Atlanta. It's currently being seen. It has won the series before, and right so far it's awesome again because Atlanta is an awesome show. Number three, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I still haven't caught up on this yet, but hearing people who I know who have seen it, once again, it's another awesome season. Again, could it win? Yeah, it could. I think. And then number four is Only Murders in the Building. I have seen this one. It's awesome. I love the show, and I think it's of the new shows, it's without question the most likely to get in. It has Steve Martin and Martin Short at the center of it all. It's an entertaining show. It was a hit. And also season two is coming out like when voting happens. Could it win? Not really, but I think it's definitely getting nominated. And then number five, we have Barry. Barry, this is still low only because we haven't seen it yet, but we know it's coming out, and I imagine it's going to be another phenomenal season. Hopefully, it could win. I don't know if it's. I'm hoping it delivers, but again, I imagine it'll get nominated. Now, I have Hacks at 6. Honestly, if once I know for sure it's coming out in time, it'll skyrocket higher because Hacks is just like it won writing and directing last year over Ted Lasso. That's huge. It's going to win actress if it comes out in time. I have no reason to deny Hacks other than the fact that we don't know it's coming out in time. But honestly, but under the assumption that Hacks is coming out in time, we have a top 6 that I don't really see myself moving. And then those last 2 spots are like a migraine because you can make a really solid case for a lot of shows, and you can also make a really solid case against each of those shows. Number 7, I am sticking with The After Party. It is probably my favorite of this bunch, so maybe it's biased. But for one, Apple just blew up the award scene with Coda and Ted Lasso, so it's like, why are we denying them now? It has a bunch of names involved. It's by Chris Miller. I don't really. It's different enough from Only Murders in the Building, where the murder mystery aspect I don't really see being an issue. Where After Party might go wrong is that it's not the biggest show in the world, and that could be a problem. But I do think that the After Party will get one of the 2 remaining. I think it's liked enough and it's big enough that it can nab one of those last 2 remaining slots. If it was 1 spot remaining, I'd be a little concerned. And then number 8, I have decided on What We Do in the Shadows. This is a pretty popular show by Taika Waititi. The second season was nominated for a series alongside 3 writing noms, so that's pretty big for it. I mean, it's a pretty awesome show. The third season's great. So yeah, I do think it'll. I think right now I'm sticking with that as nabbing that last spot. But again, this is such a wide open race for those 2 slots. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do my top 8, and then I'm going to do the next 8, I guess. And we do this for the act categories too, like top 6 and then the next 6. Number 9, I have Peacemaker. Now I'm sure a lot of you are like, okay, dude, come on, too high, you dumbass, dumb idiot. Why is it so high? Honestly, just I don't know. Just watching Peacemaker, maybe it's biased, but I just couldn't help but think dude, that just screamed it just has the makings of an Emmy show. It has the comedy, it has the heart, it has the drama. It just happens to be in a superhero show. But Emmys have shown that they're perfectly fine with genre. Like last year alone, they nominated The Mandalorian, The Boys, WandaVision, Lovecraft Country, Cobra Kai. I don't really see why Peacemaker is the exception to the rule, other than the fact that, like, if this year wasn't so stacked, I would probably be predicting that easily. But it is really stacked, so that might work against it. There is kind of a mentality that it's a little bit of an immature show. I don't agree with that, but I guess there is a mentality towards that because it does have some pretty juvenile humor in it, but it's not like throughout the whole show because it does have some really dark moments. And number 10, I have Abbott Elementary. This is another show. I love this show, man. I just can't get enough of Abbott Elementary. It's such a funny and interesting show to watch. My issue, and honestly, it does have some pretty dope ratings. Like it's being watched. I guess my issue with Abbott is like it's a network show. All these other shows I mentioned are streaming or HBO. And also Abbott doesn't have any names attached to it. That's concerning to me. My theory is Abbott Elementary is going to come back to the Emmys for its second season, and I hope I'm incorrect because I want it to be nominated because it's a great show. But I don't think it's going to happen this time around. Number 11, I have Reservation Dogs. This is another show by Taika Waititi. Reservation Dogs, man, I would be a lot more confident if it got a single Winter Award nom. Like, it did not do anything, I don't think. Like, I think it had 0 nominations across the board, which is just so shitty because it's such a good show. Kind of some issues I have similar issues with Abbott, though. Like, no name recognition with, like a couple of exceptions, but, like, they're not really big characters. Yeah, it could happen. I hope it happens. It's great, but I am a little reserved. And then after that, it's a little bit of a crapshoot. Number 12, I have Curb Your Enthusiasm. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the show, but I don't really know if this one could happen. It could. They do really like and respect Larry David, so it could just easily happen again. But I don't know. And then you have the Insecure season finale, a series finale. It was critically acclaimed, but I think it kind of got brushed under the table because it came out the same, because it happened while Succession was on. So yeah, not the best circumstances for that show. The Great, which I'm currently in the process of watching, great show, but I don't know. The first season didn't do that much damage. I don't know why this one would, outside of maybe Elle Fanning. And then Russian Doll and the Flight Attendant. I know they were nominated in their past seasons, but I don't. I just have this suspicion that it's just not gonna be good. I don't think they're gonna be good this time around. I don't know why the Flight Attendant's getting a second season. The season unnecessary, but I guess it's worth considering. All right, next is comedy actors. I'm now realizing errors in my logic because my number 1 is Gene Smart for Hacks, and yet I have Hacks at number 6 in series because I don't know if it's coming out in time. Which why do I have Gene at number 1? I'm gonna keep doing it anyway, but there's no logic behind it. But again, if we're assuming Hacks is coming out, I think it's safe to say Gene's gonna win again. She has just been on a roll. Everyone's loving this performance. I have no reason to believe she wouldn't get nominated if the show comes out. Same thing with Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, except it did come out. This could win. Honestly, she could win. She could beat Jean, I guess. Yeah, okay, yeah, she could beat Jean, and she's getting nominated. I am like, why in why am I right in mind would I not predict her to get nominated? After this, I think these are all like, it's safe to say at least 2 of the next 4 I'm about to say are getting nominated, but like I could see realities where all 4 of these get a snub. Well, sorry, not all 4. There's no way all 4 get snubbed, but at least like all 4 of them have a path to not getting snubbed, to not getting nominated. I'm a mess today. Issa Rae for Insecure is my number 3. I think she was nominated for every season. I should have done research for this. I think she did. It's the last season. I don't really see why they wouldn't nominate her this time around, except for the fact that the show was kind of swept under the rug. Next up, I have Selena Gomez for Only Murders in the Building. I think it's gonna happen. I know she didn't do that well with the Winter nods, but to me, it's kind of like Journey Smollett and Jonathan Majors for Lovecraft Country. They missed every Winter precursor, and then they still got in. I don't really see how you nominate the other 2 Only Murder people and then not Selena Gomez. It just doesn't really add up to me. Could it happen? I guess, but I don't think so. Number 5, Elle Fanning for The Great. That's just a Oh my God, that's a great performance. She wasn't nominated for the first season, which is a tragedy. But I looked into it, and that was the year that Schitt's Creek just cleaned house, and there wasn't really that much room for her. So I kind of get why that happened. But I think this time it'll happen. I'd be pretty hurt if it didn't, because fuck, that's a great performance. Number 6, I have Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish. Man, she gets nominated. I don't know what to tell you. She gets nominated. She's not always, not like Anthony Anderson, who was nominated for every season. But I think, it's the last season. I don't think Blackish is gonna get that much love outside of its lead acting categories. So I think that she'll come with that. But yeah, she can miss pretty easily. And then my next 6, number 7, I have Kaylee Cuoco for the flight attendant. I should have her in my 6th, shouldn't I? I think she could definitely get in. It's a very showy role. I think she's playing like, someone who's, I have seen the first season. I believe in this season she's going to be like, not an alcoholic anymore, like that, which could be pretty showy. But again, I don't think the season's going to be very good. I mean, I could be wrong. It's a blind assumption to make, and I think she could get nominated anyway. But if I'm going off the assumption that the show's just not going to be good, then why would I predict her? But again, she can get in either way. Natasha Lyonne for Russian Doll. She got in for the first season. It's a pretty likely one, honestly. This could definitely happen. Again, I don't really have that much confidence in Russian Doll overall, so I'm just not going to predict Natasha Lyonne. And then, okay, number 9, I have Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary. I think there is a universe where they really love Abbott Elementary, but I don't think Quinta Brunson needs to get nominated for it. Like, she doesn't have to come with it, It would be great if she did, but like if she, like, I don't think if Abbott Elementary doesn't do well, she's not getting nominated. But even if it does do well, I don't like I don't see an urge to nominate her opposed to like the other women I mentioned. Number 10, I have Tiffany Haddish for the After Party. I don't think this is going to happen. I'm just kind of filling slots. Tiffany Haddish, she's just kind of being Tiffany Haddish in it. And she is pretty good. She has an episode that's really, really good. But I don't really see, like, she's not really getting buzz. You know what I mean? Like, she's not a buzzed about actress in the show. So I'm going to say no to her. And then the last few slots, I'm kind of stretching Sandra Oh for the chair, got SAG nods, and sure, why not? That could happen. And then Sarah Lancashire for Julia. She's playing Julia Child. I probably should have her higher, but like, I don't know what's going on with that show at all. Is that a comedy series or is it limited? I'm not sure. Comedy actor. This is a fun one because I don't really see much happening outside of this top 3 at the very least. Because I think like Jason Sudeikis, Bill Hader, Donald Glover, I don't see how in the world they miss. They've been nominated for, and Jason Sudeikis won. Bill Hader won twice. Donald Glover hasn't won for his performance, but like he has been nominated every time. So I think those 3 are pretty locked in. Number 4 and 5, I have Steve Martin, Martin Short. I also think that they're pretty secure. Like, could one of them miss? I guess it's possible if they really want to spread the love, but that's not what the Emmys are known for. But again, they feel like a package deal, so I'm going to say they both get in. And then number 6 is Anthony Anderson, Blackish. I have him in because he just doesn't miss. Even when Blackish got 0 nominations, they nominated Anthony Anderson. So I have no reason to believe that Anthony Anderson is just going to get snubbed for the last season. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to believe that. Could it happen? Sure. But I'm going to assume they don't. I got Don Cheadle from Black Monday. He was nominated for the last 2 seasons, and dear Lord, did the Emmys love Don Cheadle. He was nominated last year for guest actor for Falcon Winter Soldier, which, like, I think he forgot he was in. So they clearly like this dude. I do. I think it is a pretty good bet to make on Don Cheadle. Like, if he has good odds, I would grab those odds pretty quickly. Like, because again, the Emmys just are obsessed with this dude. I like him too, but Jesus Christ. Dude, number 8, I have John Cena for Peacemaker. A lot of people, like, even people who don't like the show, I think even they were like admitting that they were impressed by John Cena in this show. That's like, even myself, who like knew he can be comedic, I was very shocked at how good he is at drama as well. I'm not saying he's like flawless at it. I'm not saying he's phenomenal at it, but like he has some chops in there that I was impressed by. Like, why wouldn't John Cena get nominated? Again, competition. And also, they're just kind of like, really? They're going to nominate John Cena for an Emmy? I don't know. It feels a little odd. It could happen, especially if the show gets into a series, but like, I don't know. It could get into series and still he can miss. Number 9, Larry David for Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, he's Larry David. He's lovable. He's, yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess he's not lovable. I guess this whole point of his character is that he sucks. I just remember that year where Curb Your Enthusiasm got nominated for series and he still missed, and it wasn't really like a perfectly stacked year. So yeah, it's an odd situation for Larry David. He could get nominated again easily. He could be an easy name check, but I don't know. And number 10, I got Nicholas Hoult for The Greats. I don't really see this happening. I think, Elle Fanning is the standout of that show. I think all the attention really goes to Elle Fanning, not so much Nicholas Hoult. So yeah, I don't really know if I see this again. Last 2 spots, I'm kind of filling slots here. 11, Sam Richardson for The After Party. Don't really see it. 12, Matt Berry, What We Do in the Shadows. Definitely don't see it. Comedy supporting actress. Okay, so Hannah Waddingham, Alex Borstein. Don't see why they wouldn't get in. I think they are probably going to do good after the win because I heard Borstein really, really good in this season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So yeah, I'm definitely going to predict her. She's definitely getting nominated. After that, Hannah Einbinder for Hacks. Again, I think she's definitely getting in if the show comes out. She's not winning though. Number 4, Juno Temple for Ted Lasso. She got the SAG nod, which wasn't entirely supposed to happen. But yeah, I think Juno, she'll get another nomination. She's definitely a standout in the show as Keeley. She's an easily lovable character. So yeah, I think that she'll come along again. And then Sarah Goldberg for Barry. I have her pretty high. She was nominated for season 2, but not season 1. I think she's about to have a pretty emotional season. So I do think that Sarah Goldberg is going to come back. Yeah, and moving on. Number 6, I got Zazie Beetz for Atlanta. Zazie Beetz, I think she was nominated for both seasons, so it's like, why would I deny her now? I get, again, competition's pretty strong, but yeah, I do think she's gonna nab that spot again, especially if Atlanta's just embraced entirely across the board. And then number 7, I have Kate McKinnon for Saturday Night Live. Kate McKinnon this is an interesting one because she's constantly nominated, but she was also like noticeably absent for the first half of this season. She's back now and she's just kind of doing what she usually does. The Emmys, man, they nominated her a lot, so I do think she's going to get another nomination here. And also, after you get past the Ted Lasso, Marvelous Miss Maisel, Hacks, Barry, Atlanta, combination, it does get a little bit a teensy bit wide. Number 8, I'm sticking with Amy Ryan for Only Murders in the Building. I don't know. I'm not that confident in that choice. I might switch after this is over. But I think Amy Ryan will get in. She is a name recognition. She's not particularly showy in the role, but she has a big enough role where I think that they'll bring her along. All right, after that, I got Cecily Strong for Saturday Night Live. She gets nominated a lot. She's just the best. I love Cecily. Again, she might get bumped out due to competition, but also, as I'm saying out loud, I might swap Amy Ryan and Cecily Strong, honestly, because I'm thinking about it, and I think it makes more sense that they swap. Number 10, I got Yvonne Orji for Insecure. Yvonne Orji is an interesting one. Again, she could go down with the Insecure ship, but she could still survive the show being swept under the rug with Issa, especially considering it's the last season. I believe she was nominated. She was definitely nominated before, and she does have some. I think she was honestly better than Issa this season. So yeah, it could easily happen again. But again, Insecure is not showing itself this time around. Number 11, Janelle James for Abbott Elementary. I think even if Abbott Elementary just is not a contender, that she can get in because she's like, for a lot of people, she's the standout. And for me too, she's a very noticeable character. She's very showy and flashy. So yeah, it could definitely happen for her, even if the show doesn't do well. I'm predicting that Abbott Elementary just sadly underperforms. All right, next up, I have Ariana DeBose for Schmigadoon. I do like Schmigadoon a lot, and I don't think it's going to do very well above the line. But DeBose is worth mentioning because she did just win the Oscar. And, maybe that hype for her just carries on. There's a plain right now. I don't know if you can hear that. All right, and after that, again, kind of a crapshoot. Molly Shannon, the other two, I heard she's pretty good. I just haven't seen the show. Cheryl Lee Ralph, Abbott Elementary. Again, if I'm wrong and it showed as well, I think she'll get in. Same with A.D. Bryant, Saturday Night Live. Sure, Rosie Perez, flight attendant. Again, don't really have confidence in the show. All right, comedy supporting actor. This is a pretty fun one. Number one, I got Brett Goldstein for Ted Lasso. No complaints there. Nothing. No. Do I even have to explain myself? He just won. Why? And he does more this season. Why would he? Why would he miss now? Number two, Henry Winkler for Barry. Man, after that season 2 finale, I don't know. I think Henry Winkler is about to have a rough. That character's going to have a rough time this season, and Henry Winkler might be able to really show off his dramatic chops like never before. He could win. Yeah, he could win. Number 3, I have Nick Mohammed for Ted Lasso. Listen, for better or worse, what's one of the most talked about aspects of the season 2 of Ted Lasso is fucking Nate. For, and granted, not always for the most positive reasons, but I think everyone can agree that season finale, Nick Mohammed knocked it out of the park. He did a very good job of being an unlikable character, and I think he could win, honestly. Emmys like rewarding villains. All right, number 4, I got Tony Shalhoub, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. He's not missing the nomination. Why would he miss the nomination? There's no what can I say against him at this rate? Number 5, Brendan Hunt for Ted Lasso. This could miss. This is definitely could miss, but he has a whole episode devoted to him, to Beard. So I do think it's going to happen again. I don't think Ted Lasso is going to do the damage it did last year, but I think Brendan Hunt can still get in, although I acknowledge of the 3, he's like the least likely. Number 6, I have Brian Tyree Henry for Atlanta. I think he got nominated for both seasons. Again, no reason to believe he's going to stop now. 7, Kenan Thompson, Saturday Night Live. Dude gets nominated. Same with Kate McKinnon. Dude just gets nominated constantly. And number 8, I have Ben Schwartz for The After Party. I think that large cast has got to result in a nomination, and I think that everyone can agree he's like the most unanimous performance in the show. He's very showy, and a lot of the time when I talk to my friends who watch the show, they say they weren't into it until Ben Schwartz's episode, which is like the 3rd one. So that's definitely interesting, and I do think he's gonna make it in. He does have his acting showcases, and yeah, I don't really see too much of a reason that he won't get in, other than like competition in the show. I might be overestimating The After Party, unfortunately. Number 9, I got Lakeith Stanfield for Atlanta. Lakeith Stanfield, man, I hope so, because I love Lakeith. Everyone loves Lakeith at this rate, well, except for some people, because he did some shit. But he is fresh off an Oscar nomination for Judas and the Black Messiah. Atlanta could really have a good year this year, as it always does, even though he's my reason literally the only reason I don't have Lakeith is because he's never been nominated for this role. And he if I'm being honest, all due respect, I love it, but he does kind of just Lakeith it. Like, it's just kind of being Lakeith for Atlanta, which I love it. I love Lakeith Stanfield, so it's great, but like it doesn't really lend itself to an Emmy nominated performance. Number 10, I got Anthony Carrigan for Barry. I mean, fucking no ho hang, bro. Bro, no ho hang, man. Really, the only reason I don't have him is competition. Like, he wasn't nominated for the first season, but he was the second. But I think he's become such a recognizable character associated with Barry that I think he could easily just slide in there again. Number 11, I have Bowen Yang for Saturday Night Live, which I'm sure a lot more of you have him in. I've got to be honest. I maybe again, it might just be me. I don't really get the hype for Bowen. He's good. He's a very funny guy. I don't know. I don't think he's like that good. And a part of me does think that if had last year not been super kind of empty because of the pandemic, I don't think he would have gone in. He doesn't, at least not yet. He hasn't had a big, iceberg scene. I think the iceberg sketch last year was when I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is gonna happen. This he hasn't had that yet. So right now, I'm gonna say he doesn't get in. I could be wrong though. Number 12, Andre Braugher, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's been nominated a lot more than you'd think he would. He was nominated, I think, for the majority of that show. I don't know. I gotta do some research before I do these videos. Yeah, and again, it's the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so yeah, he could easily get in again. But again, it's a dangerous combination when you have someone like Barry, Ted Lasso, and Atlanta coming back, which has a lot of male supporting actors, plus the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel with Tony Shalhoub, and then you also have the After Party and Saturday Night Live. It's tricky situation when you have these like low nominees, and then afterwards, I'm kind of just grasping at straws. Stephen Root for Barry, don't really. He could have a really good season. He really could. It's not impossible, but I don't think so. And then Harvey Guillen for What We Do in the Shadows. Don't think that's going to happen. Carl Clemens Hawkins for Hacks and Jeremy Stewart for Ted Lasso. They were nominated last year. I don't think it's going to happen again, honestly, especially not Swift. He did nothing. He did nothing this season. All right, best drama series. Succession, Squid Game, Better Call Saul, Ozark. Is anybody going to object to that? Like, why would you object to that? Like, those four, I think, unless Better Call Saul season 5, part 1. I don't know if it's season 5. I might be wrong, actually. Might be season 6. I don't remember. But yeah, I think those 4 getting in. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. Number 5, I got Euphoria. Now, that feels a little high, admittedly, because this season was not that good. But like, man, is it popular? It just like, I remember every weekend, it was like the number 1 talked about show. And man, popularity can do a lot, especially considering the fact that Zendaya might win again. Spoilers, I guess. So yeah, number 6, I got Severance, which is an amazing show. Again, like I said with the After Party, now it's not the time to doubt Apple. And when you have an amazing show like Severance, I don't really see why they would miss, other than the fact that Severance isn't that much talked about. Number 7, I have Winning Time, the Rise of the Lakers dynasty. I love the show, so I don't give a shit. I'm putting it in there. But no, it could happen. It's very stylish and entertaining. It has Adam McKay's name written all over it, which I know for film Twitter is just like no. But hey, the industry likes the guy, so fuck you. And again, and honestly, like comedy is a massive it's an embarrassment of riches. Drama, I'm not gonna lie, past the top 4, it's pretty loose. Like honestly, when I was making my next 8 after it was pretty slim. Number 8, I do have Stranger Things. I mean, look, I haven't watched this show since the first season. I don't know what's going on, but apparently it just keeps on declining in quality. But again, it's Stranger Things. All 3 seasons gone in, even season 3, which I heard wasn't that good. So yeah, I think it will come back. All right, next 8, number 9, I got Yellow Jackets. I had it in until I found out Winning Time was in fact drama series. So Yellow Jackets, I gotta watch the show. I haven't seen it yet, but I think that Yellow Jackets, it's a popular enough show, but I hear it's a pretty obscure show. So it's very not like Severance is obscure, but like it's good, like good obscure. Apparently, Yellow Jackets is obscure in a way that's good, but like it's pretty difficult watching experience. So I don't know. Number 10, I have Yellowstone, which is interesting. I know, like I have friends who are like, dude, you got to put in Yellowstone. Listen, Yellowstone, how many seasons is it at right now? Hold on. Yellowstone is at 4 seasons. Want to know how many Emmy nominations it's gotten? A single one for production design. Why are we going all out for this season now? Is it that good? I don't know anybody who watches the show except for my dad. Like, I don't know. Like, I understand I got the SAG Ensemble nod, but like, who gives a shit? I don't care. After that, I got Pachinko. That could happen. I hear it's really good. I gotta start watching it soon. I don't know. And honestly, this again, it's such a crapshoot. Killing Eve, This Is Us. I heard the seasons are pretty mid. Actually, I heard the Killing Eve, this season Killing Eve is straight up just bad. Loki, if it came out like later, maybe, but it came out like in June or July. Like that's too long of a time. The buzz is faded. Bridgerton, Morning Show. I heard they're pretty mid. Drama actress. This is a fun category because outside of the top 6, I'm blanking. Zendaya for Euphoria. She won for the first season, and then there was that episode of this season that where I think everyone just watched and was like, oh, okay, so she's gonna win again. Yeah, I don't really have any reason to believe she wouldn't get nominated. Like, I think she's probably gonna win again. So yeah, I think she's got it, even if Euphoria doesn't do well. Laura Linney for Ozark is number 2. She could win. She could win this time. Like, she didn't win for the other 2 seasons, but it's the finale. She could win this time around, but she's got to do a lot to overcome Zendaya. But regardless, I think she's definitely getting nominated. Number 3, I have Melanie Linsky for Yellow Jackets. I think it's kind of similar to what I'm about to say for the other 3 here, and that is that like they're spoken about a lot, even people who aren't fans of the shows. So I do think Melanie Linsky's going to get in. Also, again, this category is pretty slim. Number 4, I got Jennifer Aniston for the morning show. Man, Jennifer Aniston, I heard the season of the morning show is kind of garbage, but I think she's going to get it anyway. Same thing with Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer. They get nominated in a pair at this point. I think Jodie won at one point. Sandra might have won. I need to do research before I fucking do these videos, don't I? And again, there's not much to choose from. Like the next 6 years, look at this shit. Look at this garbage. None of these are getting in. I have number 7. I have Elizabeth Moss for Shining Girls. Maybe that show just comes out and she's just spectacular, and she takes out one of the Killing Eve ladies or Jennifer Aniston. I don't know. I don't know. All right, drama actor. This has got to be the most confident I am in 6. Jeremy Strong for Succession. He probably could win again. Not really. Again, he's definitely getting nominated. Like I know, like we're talking about nominations, and like, what is there to say that will convince me that he won't get nominated? Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul. The dude almost died on set. He could fucking win. Like, he's definitely getting nominated. Brian Cox, Succession, again, definitely gonna get nominated. There's no reason to believe he won't get nominated. Same with Lee Jung-jae for Squid Game, who just won the SAG. After that, and then number 5, I have Jason Bateman for Ozark. He didn't really do too much this first half of the season. I guess like of this top 5 that we're pretty sure about, I'll suppose he's the weak link here, even if I'm still like absurdly confident he's getting in. And then number 6, Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us. Similar situation with Anthony Anderson. Even when the show does trash, he gets in. Like, look it up. Like all 8 seasons, Sterling K. Brown got nominated, even in the seasons where the show got nothing. Like, so yeah, it's like, why would they stop now? Other than the fact that I heard this season's kind of mid. I guess, I don't know. There is some people who could knock him out, and I think him. And if Bateman's not getting knocked out, it would be Brown. Number 7, I have John C. Reilly for Winning Time. He does a lot in the show. He's not just some sleazy dude. He has some like really gravitas to his performance. So like it's possible. But honestly, competition. It's just competition. I think although I will say, even if, let's say, Jason Bateman or Sterling K. Brown get knocked out and Winning Time isn't in series, I do think that John C. Reilly can still get in. Number 8, I got Adam Scott for Severance. He doesn't need to happen, so I don't really think he will. But he is very good in Severance, so I think he could definitely. If the show has a lot of passion, he can come with it easily. Number 9, Gary Oldman for Slow Horses. Haven't seen the show yet; it just came out. But I don't know. He seems like he has a lot to do with it. And again, slim pickings. 10, Kevin Costner, Yellowstone. That's definitely Yellowstone is like definitely one of those shows that gets into series, but it just gets a series nod. I don't think Kevin Costner is gonna get in as well. And then number 11 and 12, I have Tom Hiddleston and Ewan McGregor, because why not? Just why not? All right, supporting actress for drama: Julia Garner, Ozark; Sarah Snook, Succession; and Jung Ho Yeon for Squid Game. Any objections? At number 4, I got Rhea Seehorn for Better Call Saul, which I was shocked to find out she has never been nominated. That's not good. That's not a good sign for her at all. But after the top 3, it's not that competitive. Like there's a lot to choose from. A little, but it's not that competitive. So I do think she could get in this time finally. Number 5, I got Sydney Sweeney for Euphoria. How do you not nominate her? Like, dude, the poor girl's having a fucking panic attack in every episode. Like, what more do you have to do to get nominated? I think she'll get in. I do think she'll get in. She's definitely similar. It's kind of similar to a Nick Mohammed situation for Ted Lasso. Like, she's just super buzzed about for better or worse reasons. But in terms of the character, and everyone's just raising the performance. So yeah, I think Sydney Sweeney will get nominated. Number 6, Patricia Arquette for Severance. Now, if you're probably thinking like, whoa, wait a cheating second. Why don't you have her lead? She's clearly lead, dude. She's like not lead at all. Like Gold Derby has her lead, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little baffled by that, because like in the first couple episodes she's like barely in it. She's clearly supporting it. If they put her in lead, she's fucked. I can make a case. She definitely won't, but I can make a case for her to win if she's in supporting. And if she's in lead, she's totally she's done. I think. Okay, maybe not done, but like not in a good position. Whereas I think in supporting, she definitely will get a nod. Number 7 is Ye Jung-yeon for Pachinko. I mean, come on, it's Ye Jung-yeon. No, a lot of people just can't get enough of this woman, and I think it's her first role since Minari. Probably, yeah. She's like kind of the buzz name attached to this show, so I do think she could easily just grab a nod, no matter how people perceive Pachinko. I mean, okay, sorry, how the Emmys perceive Pachinko, because it is being well received. Number 8, I have Millie Bobby Brown for Stranger Things. This might be a risky move, but like, man, she gets nominated. She does. And again, this season might be kind of mid, but I think she could still come with it when when it comes to the last spots. It's not totally. It's somewhat up in the air. Number 9, I have J. Smith-Cameron for Succession. A lot of people have her, and I do suspect that Succession is going to have a great morning. But I don't know if that will include J. Smith-Cameron. Like, no one's buzzing about her. All the supporting actors buzz for that show is going directly to Sarah Snook. So I don't know. I don't really see a reason to nominate her. Like, could she? Sure, it's 8 slots. And again, drama's a little hit or miss this year. So I guess it's possible. Christina Ricci, Yellow Jackets. She's a name. People know her. But again, I don't really know if that's going to happen. This is one of those situations where I need to watch the show first before I really make an assessment on this. So take what I just said with a grain of salt. Fiona Shaw, Killing Eve. Again, the show's kind of the season kind of getting shit reviews. Apparently, she can get in anyway. People who have seen it, so I'm like, all right, I'll believe you. But again, I'm going off the assumption that Killing Eve is just not going to have a good morning outside of Sandra and Jody. And then after this, total slim pickings. Juliana Margulis for Morning Show. She has a pretty decent role this season, but again, her season's kind of shit. Gold Derby has Sally Field higher for Winning Time, but honestly, if Winning Time were to get a supporting actress nod, I think it's Gabby Hoffman. She has a much bigger role. But yeah, I don't think either are getting in. And then Juliette Lewis, Yellow Jackets, Kelly Riley, Yellowstone. Not going to happen. Drama supporting actor. Kieran Culkin and Matthew McFadden are getting nominated this year. I think that one of those two could win for Succession. Oh Young-soo for Squid Game. He just won the Golden Globe. Not that matters too much for obvious reasons, but it's something. He's a very lovable part of the show in a pretty big aspect of it. And yeah, I think he'll definitely get nominated. Could he win? If Squid Game has like a fucking phenomenal night, yeah, he could definitely win. And then number 4 is Giancarlo Esposito. He's definitely getting nominated. He could win, hopefully, because Giancarlo Esposito's the king, playing Gus Fring. I don't really see why they wouldn't nominate him. Number 5, I got Billy Crudup for The Morning Show. A lot of people have him higher, and I get why. He just won for the performance. And, again, even where The Morning Show falters, he gets nominated. Again, I haven't seen the show, and I don't plan on it. And I heard this season's shit, so that's why I have him so low. But he did win, so it's definitely worth considering him. And yeah, I have him at 5. So yeah. Number 6, Nicholas Braun for Succession. Plays Cousin Greg, bro. Dude, who doesn't love Cousin Greg? Who doesn't love him? Yeah, I don't really see why they wouldn't nominate him. Same thing with number 7, which is Jonathan Banks from Better Call Saul. Like, bro, why wouldn't you nominate these two? They're not going to win, but like, what reason is there not to nominate me? Unless like Better Call Saul the next season kind of sucks balls, which I doubt because the show's awesome. And then after that 7, it's a little tricky. Number 8, I settled on Quincy Isaiah for Winning Time. That's probably wishful thinking, but like he's playing Magic Johnson. He's doing a really fucking good job at it too. So yeah, I think he could get the nod. Number 9, I have Park Hae-soo for Squid Game. Which, listen, Squid Game could have a phenomenal morning. It could have like a Ted Lasso morning, honestly, on Emmy nomination day, and I think he would come with it because he does have a pretty good role in the show. It's just, I decided on Quincy Isaiah. Number 10, David Harbour, Stranger Things. Again, that's another performance that just gets nominated. He didn't for season 3, but, he could easily for season 4 because, again, wide open number 8 spot. John Turturro for Severance. He's having a decent year so far with the Batman and now this. Again, if Severance could have a really good morning, he could come with it. I don't know. He's not really the most, not really the performance that people talk about. Now, here's 2 that a lot of people have that I'm not going to lie, I just do not buy. Eric Dane for Euphoria and Alan Ruck for Succession. Eric Dane, I get it a little bit because, like, you know, he does have that third episode where, you know, I think he really does show off like how good he is at acting. Problem is that character is just the worst human imaginable. Dude, that family for him, man, bro. Like, what the fuck? And then Alan Ruck, I just do not see why people think he's getting nominated. I think Succession is gonna have a phenomenal morning, but I think even if it does, well, I don't really see how Alan Ruck comes with it. Number 14, 15, kind of similar thing I'm doing with supporting actors. I have two winning time actors, Adrian Brody and Jason Clarke. They have pretty showy roles, and as well, you know, Adrian Brody's playing Pat Riley. Jason Clarke's playing Jerry West, I think his name is. I don't know basketball that very well, but yeah, they're not going to get nominated. And then 16, I got Chris Sullivan for This Is Us, only because he was nominated last year. Yeah, again, I'm not doing limited, so that's the end of the video now. Please subscribe, please like. I'm gonna do more predictions closer to the Emmy, like every month, I guess. Yeah, hopefully I will. I'm gonna watch more limited series in between, like Dope Sick and Made, which I still haven't seen. Also, Under the Banner of Heaven will come out, and also I'll finish The Dropout. I just started watching, I just couldn't get into it. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, whatever, do all that shit. I don't give a shit. All right, bye bye.